Hello, dear friends and colleagues. If you are in the same situation as I am, and I am sure you are constantly bombarded by emails and phone calls from different agencies that are requesting your services as an interpreter. I am a conference interpreter and do some selected legal work as well. Uh, and that's very clear in all of my profiles. That's clearly stated in all the directories of the associations I belong to. However, that seems to matter little to the agencies, both small local agencies and especially multinational agencies who are constantly contacting me with requests for my interpreting services for certain types of assignments that I have never done, that I don't do, and that I will never do during my career. They contact me to ask me if I am available or if I would be willing to accept an assignment for a medical evaluation or to interpret for a medical appointment or to be an interpreter during a parent-teacher conference at an elementary school and on and on. These are clearly not the types of work that I do. And despite the fact that I have multiple times answered to these requests, detailing and explaining to these agencies that I do not do that type of work, especially those that contact you and they start by saying that they found your information on such and such associations directory, and for that reason they are contacting you to do a service that you do not offer. Sometimes, frankly, I have just given up and I have moved those emails to my junk box, or I am just ignoring and blocking those phone calls because despite of repeated requests for them to stop contacting me, they continue to do so. Sometimes I am very lengthy in my responses because I know that these clients could potentially, or these agencies could potentially bring some work in the field that I practice. But sometimes it's just a waste of time and frankly very annoying. That's from my perspective. But from the perspective of the profession, it really worries me because this is telling me just one thing. The people in charge of assigning interpreters for various activities don't care about who the interpreter is. Do not take the time to research and see what the interpreter's field of expertise is. They don't care about the quality of the job that they are getting paid to perform is. All they care for is to get a warm body and make money. And that way they can later on tell their client, hey, we complied with your request. We sent you an interpreter. And that is just plain wrong. I don't know whose fault is this. I don't know if this is the company policy, especially at all these multilingual agencies. Because the smaller ones, you can understand that they are so small that sometimes they don't even know better, that they don't know the difference between one type of interpreting and another. But the big multilingual ones, the ones that we know that they are sending you some email repeatedly asking you to do the kind of work that you have told them many times you don't do, that really concerns me because they are taking the money from their clients and they are clearly not offering the best possible option as the interpreters for their service because they're picking whoever they find blindly like this on a list. And that's just not right. In fact, that is dishonest and that is unethical. So I just hope that this is due to the lack of knowledge by the people assigning the interpreters, project managers, or whatever, interpreter coordinators, or whatever they call them nowadays, because these are people with little experience who are paid very little to do a job that is more important than what they can do and for which they are clearly not trained to do. I hope that's just the case because that's wrong, but at least it's not unethical. If the real reason is because they want to save time and money by taking their time and making the effort to research and match the best possible interpreter for the assignment, and they have opted not to do that just because that would make it more expensive and therefore their margins could go down, then that is very, very concerning. So to you, my friends, I really ask you to please ignore those requests when they are asking you to do jobs that you don't do. If it's repeatedly asked, just ignore them, block them, spam them, and do not deal with them anymore. And please let your clients, especially your good direct clients, know that part of the risk of working with multinational agencies or with small local agencies is that they will not do the research to find the best possible fit. So tell them, if you need interpreters from a language combination that is not mine, please let me know and I will find you, or I will put you in touch, or I will recommend you, or I will refer you to the best possible interpreters in that language combination. But stay away from the agencies because they're just going to pick the next one in alphabetical order or in the region where they are from any directory without ever betting what kind of interpreters they are contacting. At least, my friends, that is my opinion. Thank you very much.